Hey, what's up guys? This is Paco from Death and Beyond, and today I'm going to be reviewing my favorite album of all time. I'm talking about no other than Elvenefris by Lykathea Aflame. You want to know why it's my favorite? Then stay here and let's begin. Okay, so first of all, I have to give you some information about the band. And so they are from the Czech Republic, from Prague, the capital, and this album, Elvenefris, was released in October of the year 2000. All the facts I can tell you about it is that it was released under the label Obscene Productions, and well, actually this band before was known as Lykathea, but before they had a first name which was Apollyon Spawn, and in fact they released a first album under this name, Apollyon Spawn, which is called Freedom, Hope and Fury, the Second Spawn. Today I'm not going to be talking about that album, but I can tell you that it is a much more brutal approach to death metal than Elvenefris. It's a very good album. It's kind of like cryptopsy, suffocation, it kind of gives me those vibes. So if you're into those bands, also check it out. I'm sure you will like it. But well, today we're going to be talking about Elvenefris, as I said before, and in this album we have two band members, and these guys are Peter Betoe Tomanek, which played the bass, the guitars, and he does the vocals, and we have Tomasz Koren, who played the drums. And well, what are you going to find here in this album? The style is brutal death metal, but very technical and very progressive. And for me, this album is just unique. I've never listened anything that sounds like this. And yo guys, if you're not into brutal death metal, give this album a chance, because it's not only brutal death metal. There is everything you can imagine here, and there are so many unexpected moments, for real. This type of album takes you on a ride, and every time you walk this path, it's different. Every time you listen to it, you are going to pick up things that you don't remember, and it's just unique. It's just wonderful, and for real, I wish you all can give it a chance, because it's kind of obscure release. Not that many people know about this album, and it's such a pity, because I think it should be better known. And guys, if you don't want to take my word for granted, hey, you can go on Metal Archives and check those reviews. 24 people reviewed this album, and the average score is 91. Well, sometimes you can't, you can't really take the opinion of Metal Archives for granted, because sometimes you're going to think that the album is much better than the reviews. But in this case, man, when so many people are telling you how good this album is, you better listen to it. But hey, even if you don't want to listen to me, you don't want to listen to the reviews on Metal Archives, you know Blood Incantation, right? Those guys, they are really good. One of my favorite current death metal bands. One of my favorite current bands. And actually, Paul, the singer from the death metal Blood Incantation, the death metal band Blood Incantation, he refers to them as one of these obscure influences that he uses for his music. And also I saw the the other member of Blood Incantation, Jeff, wearing this Lykathea Aflame t-shirt, just like me today. He was wearing it on one of his pictures for the band. So hey, if those guys like Lykathea Aflame, it's a good sign, you know, there must be something good to it. But yeah, enough talking, let's go to the sound of this album, okay? So, what are you going to find here? Basically, yeah, you could mention bands like Nile or Cryptopsy, and if you put them together, you might get something similar to the sound you are going to find here. But for me, the best way to describe this music is like, imagine you are in ancient Egypt or ancient Mesopotamia, and you know those folks there playing their music and doing their shit, and suddenly these aliens and their UFOs come to Earth and they teach them their alien music. And what these guys come up with is this type of album. So unique. Lykathea Aflame sounds like something that didn't come out of this planet for real. It's like it was released by some ancient and some, you know, some alien gods. It is out of this world. That's the best way to put it into words. And yeah, for example, you're going to find here great bass introductions. You're going to find here, as I said, this Egyptian, Mesopotamic melodies and vibes, these great atmospheres. Also, you're going to find here the drums. The drums are so brutal, but at the same time, they are so jazzy at times. You are listening to this brutal music, but it sounds so jazzy, like the guy is doing whatever he wants. That is incredible. If you love the drums, you can listen to this album. Just focus on the drums. You are going to delight yourself. It's amazing. What else can we mention? There are some curious and interesting names on this album. I'm talking about the songs. We have Land Where Sympathy is Air, To Become Shelter and Salvation. We have Bringer of Elvenefris Flame, Flowering Entities. Just some curious names, aren't they? And we also have some memorable riffs. These are the types of riffs that are going to get stuck in your head after listening. And I swear, man, this album is like 1 hour longer than 1 hour. And for real, it doesn't matter. When it finishes, you want to play it again. And as I said, every time you play it, it sounds different. You're always going to find new things. Like, for example, there is this song, On the Way Home. For a few seconds, there is like this electronic sounds. And it is crazy. It sounds so well. It makes the album have such amazing vibes. You guys have to listen to this, for real. I just don't stop the video. For real, stop the video. Go and listen to Elvenefris, Lykathea Aflame. But well, if you still want to listen to me, I can tell you a few more things about it. For example, the last song called Walking in the Garden of Ma'at. It's like a river flowing. It's a piece that is just the keyboards and some sounds of the nature, and it's like the perfect ending. After so much brutality, you have this piece that finishes with such a splendor, and well, it's so bombastic, and it just takes you on a different path. It's the perfect ending for this album, for real. And well, I also wanted to mention here this interview with Betoy from the band, because the name of the band and the name of the album are a little curious, because these are made up words. In fact, this guy said, Lykathea is a word that I created as a concept for a certain level of spirituality and knowledge that mankind is at right now. So Lykathea Aflame is a poetic and symbolic expression for spiritual evolution, for when we'll finally reach home. Lykathea in the flames of light, understanding, sympathy, reconciliation, compassion, love, and submission. We walk from Lykathea to Elvenefris. Elvenefris is the spiritual upgrade of Lykathea. It is home. It is the place where we all finally walk. It is the infinite beauty of pure being, joy, happiness, integrity, and God. So, well, I don't know, man. I think that these guys were clearly smoking something, some heavy shit, because to come up with something like that, I think you need to be inspired by some type of medicine, if you know what I mean. But hey, props to them. This is a great album. As I said, my favorite album of all time. So yeah, man. I'm trying to remember if there is anything else I can tell you about it, but I think I'm done. So, oh yeah, one more thing. Shout out to the YouTube channel Serpent Temple, which 3 months ago uploaded the first review of Lykathea Aflame Elvenefris on YouTube. I'm the second one, so hey, if you guys want to listen to a podcast by these guys and learn more about the songs and the album and the band, go there, check them out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. What's your opinion on this band? Do you like the album? My goodness, I almost forget to tell you almost the most important information about this video. So, how did I get this t-shirt? It was like this year, a few months ago, I was talking to Miloslav Urbanets. I think that's the name of this guy. He is the boss of Obscene Productions. He's the main guy. He's the owner of this label. And yeah, I was talking to him. Hey man, is there any new merchandise from Lykathea Aflame coming? And he told me that yeah, it was. That's how I purchased this t-shirt. So go to their website and buy some stuff if you like it. They have different designs, but also more important, he told me that the guy Petoy, he has been working on new material since forever. So allegedly there are more songs. There is some new material for this band. So who knows? In the future we might hear some new songs, maybe 25 years after Elvenefris. Hopefully sometime we can hear some new music. But hey boys, this was Paco from Death and Beyond. I hope you all enjoy. See you soon.